Take a walk through a garden or forest, and you'll notice the variety of leaves. Some smooth, some rough, some soft and fuzzy. Each texture tells a story about how the plant survives in its environment. The world of plants is full of details, often too small to notice at first glance. A fuzzy leaf is a perfect example of this hidden complexity. These tiny hairs, evolved over millions of years, serve important purposes. They're not just for show, they're a vital part of the plant's survival toolkit. When you touch a hairy leaf, you're feeling thousands of tiny structures that create a barrier between your fingers and the leaf. This barrier protects the plant in many ways. It acts as a miniature fortress, guarding delicate tissues within. Understanding why some leaves are hairy reveals the constant, silent battles plants fight to survive. Next time you're outdoors, pause and find a plant with a fuzzy leaf. Gently run your fingers over its surface and think about what you're feeling. You're not just touching a leaf. You're connecting with a marvel of natural engineering. This structure helps the plant interact with its environment, defend itself, and endure harsh conditions. The simple, fuzzy coating is a story of survival, written in the language of evolution. Every leaf's surface is a microcosm of adaptation. The next time you see a fuzzy leaf, remember, it's more than just a texture. It's a survival strategy. These adaptations are everywhere, waiting to be discovered. Even the most ordinary plant hides extraordinary secrets. The fuzzy leaf is a reminder of nature's quiet ingenuity. So look closer, touch, observe, and wonder. The world on a leaf surface is a hidden world worth exploring, and every time you do, you're witnessing evolution in action. The tiny hairs on plant leaves are called trichomes, from the Greek word for hair. Trichomes are outgrowths of the leaf's outer skin, or epidermis. They come in many shapes: long, short, straight, curly, simple, or branched. Some leaves are so densely covered in trichomes they appear white or silver. Others are barely fuzzy at all. Under a microscope, trichomes reveal a world of variety. Some look like needles, others like tiny trees or stars. Each form is perfectly suited to the plant's needs and environment. Trichomes aren't just found on leaves. They can grow on stems, flowers, seeds, and even roots. The soft fuzz on a peach, the fine hairs on a tomato stem, these are all trichomes. Their presence hints at a plant's unique strategy for survival. Importantly, trichomes are living extensions of the plant's cells. They're not just a passive covering. They can grow, secrete substances, and actively defend the plant. By studying trichomes, we learn about the challenges plants face: hungry insects, harsh sun, drying winds. Trichomes are the plant's first line of defense. They're a dynamic, living shield. Every trichome tells a story about the plant's environment. The next time you see a fuzzy leaf, remember, those tiny hairs are working hard. They're protecting, regulating, and helping the plant thrive. Trichomes are a small detail with a big impact. They're one of nature's most ingenious inventions. One of the main jobs of trichomes is to protect plants from being eaten. For a tiny insect, a dense forest of leaf hairs is like an impassable jungle. The tangled hairs make it hard to move and even harder to reach the nutritious leaf surface. Some trichomes are sharp and stiff, piercing delicate insect bodies and making the leaf a dangerous place for small herbivores. For insects, a hairy leaf can mean the difference between a feast and a dead end. On some plants, the hairs are so thick they form a felt-like mat, making it nearly impossible for insects to bite through to the leaf. Instead of producing costly toxins, the plant uses this physical barrier as a constant, energy-efficient defense. The common mullen's silvery woolly leaves are a great example. Rarely do you see insect damage on them. The thick, fuzzy coating deters most leaf-chewing insects. It's a simple, elegant solution. Invest in hairs, save the leaves. For many plants, trichomes are the first and best defense against a world full of hungry mouths. This strategy is always on guard, always ready. Sometimes the simplest defenses are the most effective. Trichomes do more than defend against insects. They help plants survive sun and drought. Many fuzzy-leaved plants live in hot, dry places where sunlight and water loss are big threats. The hairs reflect sunlight, giving leaves a silvery look and keeping them cool. This natural sunblock protects the leaf's inner machinery from overheating. Trichomes also help conserve water by trapping a thin, still layer of air, called the boundary layer, close to the leaf. This humid layer slows water loss, especially in windy or arid conditions. The fuzzy coat disrupts airflow, protecting the leaf from drying out. With this protection, plants can keep their pores open longer for photosynthesis without risking dehydration. It's a remarkable balancing act. Stay cool, save water, and keep growing. In deserts and dry fields, this adaptation is the difference between life and death. The next time you see a silvery, fuzzy leaf, remember, it's wearing a tiny, natural survival suit. Trichomes are the plant's built-in climate control. They help plants thrive where others would wilt. Nature's solutions are often simple and brilliantly effective. You don't have to travel far to find plants with hairy leaves. Lamb's ear, with its soft, woolly leaves, is a garden favorite. Its fuzz is perfect for hot, dry climates. Tomato plants are covered in fine, sticky hairs that release a sharp smell when touched. These are trichomes too. Some tomato trichomes even secrete chemicals that repel pests. African violets have velvety leaves thanks to dense, upright trichomes, helping them trap humidity and deter pests indoors. Even common weeds like mullein use thick coats of branched trichomes to survive in poor, dry soil. These familiar plants show that fuzzy leaves are a winning strategy, used everywhere from gardens to roadsides. The next time you brush a tomato plant or touch a lamb's ear, remember, you're feeling millions of tiny defenders at work. Fuzzy leaves are more than a curiosity. They're a sign of adaptation and survival. These plants thrive where others struggle, all thanks to their clever coats. The world of trichomes is right at your fingertips. Every fuzzy leaf is a lesson in resilience. Look closely, and you'll see nature's ingenuity in action. Even the most common plants have extraordinary stories to tell. Not all trichomes are the same. Plants have evolved a stunning variety of hair types. Scientists group them into non-glandular, physical defense, and glandular, chemical defense trichomes. Non-glandular trichomes can be simple, like tiny needles, or branched, like miniature trees. Branched and star-shaped trichomes trap air, reflect sunlight, and deter insects. Hooked trichomes act like tiny fishhooks, trapping and sometimes killing small insects. The length, density, and stiffness of these hairs are tailored to each plant's environment. Dense short hairs help in windy places. Long, spiky hairs deter caterpillars. By observing trichome types, we can guess what challenges a plant faces. Each hair is a clue to the plant's story of survival. The diversity of trichomes is a silent record of evolution at work. Every shape has a purpose. The next time you see a fuzzy or spiky leaf, you're looking at a plant's answer to its environment. Nature's designs are as varied as they are ingenious. Glandular trichomes take plant defense to the next level. They're chemical factories on the leaf's surface. These hairs secrete sticky, toxic, or bad-tasting substances to deter or trap insects. Tomato plants use glandular trichomes to trap pests and release their signature smell, warning insects to stay away. Mint and geraniums store aromatic oils in their trichomes, pleasant to us but repellent to many insects. Sometimes, these defenses are powerful stinging nettle trichomes inject irritating chemicals, causing pain and teaching animals to avoid them. The chemicals we enjoy in herbs are actually plant defenses at work. Glandular trichomes are a multi-layered shield, physical and chemical. They protect, repel, and sometimes even trap invaders. Plants have turned their surfaces into battlegrounds, using chemistry as a weapon. The next time you smell a tomato or mint, remember, you're experiencing a plant's defense system in action. These tiny hairs are both guardians and chemists. Nature's arsenal is full of surprises. Trichomes don't just protect a single leaf, they benefit the whole plant. Leaves are the plant's solar panels, powering growth and reproduction. If leaves are damaged, the plant must spend energy on repairs instead of growing or making seeds. Trichomes reduce this burden, letting the plant invest in getting bigger and producing more offspring. By conserving water, trichomes help plants survive in dry places where others would wilt. A fuzzy coat gives plants a competitive edge, allowing them to thrive in tough habitats. Trichomes are a low-cost, high-reward adaptation. They defend against enemies and harsh environments alike. Healthy leaves mean a healthy plant, and more chances to pass on its genes. These tiny hairs are fundamental to a plant's success. The next time you see a fuzzy leaf, remember, it's a sign of a winning evolutionary strategy. Small details can make all the difference in nature. The story of the hairy leaf shows us that nothing in nature is random. Every feature has a purpose. Fuzzy leaves, sticky hairs, and stinging trichomes are elegant solutions to life's challenges. Each hair is a word in the plant's story of survival and adaptation. When we look closely, Even the most common plants become wonders of ingenuity. A weed in a sidewalk crack is a survivor, equipped with its own tools for life. By noticing these details, we deepen our appreciation for nature's complexity. Trichomes are more than fuzz. They're shields, chemical labs, and climate control systems. Nature is the ultimate innovator, crafting beauty and function in every detail. The humble leaf hair reminds us, small things can make a big difference. Keep looking closely. There's always more to discover.